What's going on, girl?
Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year, baby girl.
Welcome to episode 4 of Hookah Heaux podcast. We took a little break, but we back.
And we are.
I want to plug our socials because, wow, really need the engagement, guys. On Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok is Hookah Heaux podcast. Follow us, subscribe, like, comment, engage.
Yes, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you in advance. So, since it's a new year, I feel like I don't necessarily always do like resolutions, so to speak. But maybe we could talk about things that we're leaving in 2021. What is something you are leaving in 2021 and do not want to see in 2022?
These niggas.
None of them?
None of them. None.
So, for me, I feel like I am leaving lack of motivation, lack of inspiration in 2021. Because the last 2 years, I mean, obviously it's been a whole panini press. And I have taken advantage of this panini press to do nothing. And it's felt good for a little while, but it's just not who I am. It's not me to just be so like stale and, complacent. Like that's just not my character. And not creating, not putting work out, not, being my full self really start to get to me. So in 2022, y'all gonna really see who Taj is. I mean, most people know, but allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Taj. Like that's the energy I want to give for 2022. So,
I love to see it, baby girl.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for you because you're a very creative person.
Oh, thank you. I try to be. I do. So this episode is gonna be kind of fluffy, going into 2022. We're gonna just chat it up, kiki with some pop culture topics. I know you wanted to talk about Black creators, like Black content creators, and whether they're still relatable. And yeah, let's start with a conversation starter as always. Today we have, what's the first thing you notice about the opposite sex?
The first thing I notice, I'm going for the shoes.
That makes sense to me.
The shoes.
That makes sense
The shoes have to be on point. Like, literally on point because
Gotcha.
I'm a person that loves fashion somewhat.
I see where
See
where you're going with that. The first thing I noticed for sure is smell. Like I am all about a man smelling good. Like before I see you, I want to smell you, but in a good way. Not like you a dad and you put way too much cologne on, but like you just have like a warm smell about you. And if you stink, then it's gonna be a no. You could be fine as hell. If you don't smell right, it's gonna be a no for me. If you smell like Old Spice, it's gonna be a no for me. Pack it up. Leave that in 2021. Old Spice, all of it, the entire collection. Leave that in 2021. Because I ain't got time for it.
I know that's right.
I saw a question on the shave room. It was like, how long, or what's the longest, how did they phrase that? What's the farthest into January do you still say Happy New Year's? Like, at what point?
I did see that, and I'm like, after New Year's, that's it.
But what if you haven't, like, you didn't see a person since 2021, and, like, this is your first time seeing them? Would you still say Happy New Year?
Why do I need to?
I mean, you don't have to.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying after the first?
After the first, maybe the second. After that, hey, how you doing? Not Happy New Year's. No.
I feel you, but
you missed it.
But what's today?
The 7th.
The 7th. You told the guy who owned this building Happy New Year?
Oh yeah, but that was just me because he said it. I don't know. I did say it to him. I did.
I'm just saying. Maybe the 7th is your rule.
No.
I feel you.
It was just like a greeting, like, "Oh, Happy New Year's" to him because he owns this.
I feel you. I feel like after the first week, I'm pretty, and it's not even like I feel like for me, it wouldn't be a conscious thing. Like, I just would forget at that point. Like,
Right.
I'm over saying happy. I mean, if I ain't seen you before the 7th, we probably ain't that cool. So, I mean, you gonna get a high and a bye from me. Like, that's all it's gonna be. So thank you very much. Would you like to talk about the Black content creators first, or get into some pop culture topics?
We can talk about the Black creators first. And I seen this a while ago with Jackiana, and she was like, "Is Black creators still relevant or whatever?" And I feel like depending on who you are, yes, I feel like Black creators. I feel like once they get to a certain standpoint of money wise, now they're in the industry. And now you're not relatable because the industry is so small, and now I can't relate to you because you got more money than me at this point.
You're on a whole nother tax bracket,
right? So now you're doing different things, which is cool. Venture out and do different things because now you have the money to do that. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, bring it back because we're the ones that help you get there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel that.
Get there. You know what I mean? So it's just like still do your normal stuff.
Right.
Don't forget about the people that put you on, basically.
Don't forget about your core audience. I get that.
Exactly. Your main audience.
Do you feel like there are Black creators that have forgot about their audience as they like ascended up the money tree? That you watch or like?
No. The people I watch, they keep it cute.
They keep it cute. Okay.
Yeah. I don't watch that many YouTubers.
And I think that speaks to like the culture shift, because I used to stay watching like the Jackie Inas, who else was it? It's My Ray Ray, Forever Flawless. It was a lot of them, and I feel like they're just not putting out content the way they used to.
Yeah.
And if they have, a lot of them have transitioned over into like fragrance. So it's like if I started watching you for makeup, and now you talking about like body spray, like, I mean, I get it. I think that's cute. I mean, I like a good fragrance or two, but there's definitely been a culture shift. And I do think that as Black creators get more access to more money, sometimes their content changes, it shifts.
Right, which is cool. I feel like, everybody needs to branch out and do different things, to see what else you like out there. But always remember what you started with, and that's why you got these followers and this money, because people love that you do hair, you know what I'm saying, or makeup or whatever you do on your channel. Yeah. Don't forget about that, because that's what people love to see you do, and that's what made you who you are.
Yeah, I think that's also true for like a lot of like music artists. Yeah, like Usher is a big example of somebody who got on from R&B and like completely segregated himself from his core audience and started doing pop. And it's just like, this ain't what we asked for. This ain't Confessions. Taylor Swift, she started out country. Now she's doing pop. This ain't what we asked for.
Right.
Where's Teardrops on my guitar?
But I get it though, because you want to see what other things that you can do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Usher tried pop. He's probably
still doing it.
Oh, yeah. I don't really listen to too many new Usher songs.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You have to see what else is out there for yourself, just to say you did it. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't working, it just ain't working. And you need to resort back to what you started with and go 10 times harder than that, because now people are confused.
Yeah,
absolutely. Are you pop or R&B?
What are you doing?
Right.
But I do think there's room. Obviously, there should be room for any creative to be able to explore different, things that they like, and their fan base should be kind of accommodating to that, because nobody is just one size fit all. Right. Like, they do many different things. But again, like you said, I do think at some point they need to come back and do something for their core audience.
Right.
Like, if you're going to branch out and do something different, give us a video every now and then that reminds us of the good old days, the good YouTube days. Because again, that's what I started watching for.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
So if you're listening out there, listen to us. Thanks.
Just switch it up. Give us some of the old.
Okay.
Give us some of the old. So for pop culture topics, recently there was that Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't know if you've seen it on on the Shade Rooms. It's two creators. I see them a lot on TikTok, but they were talking about dating preferences.
Oh yes, yeah. I did see that. I did.
And
I didn't know their podcast was called Fresh and Fit. I've seen it on TikTok and stuff like that, but other than that, no.
So basically, the conversation. I didn't watch the full thing. I just I watched the soundbite. But I've seen other things that they've done, and woefully unimpressed. But more power to them. They were talking about how they don't date black women. Both of them said this. They don't date black women. And I think that what really jumped out to me was like the terms they used to explain.
It was like dark. Right?
It was like they don't do night riders. They don't dabble in the dark. And it's just like.
We get that you have a preference, but it's just certain things you don't say.
And at that point, it's not a preference. It's a prejudice. It's a prejudice for you to not like all black. Have you dated every single black woman? Right. He started out saying, like, if you want to be with the LaQuishas and the Shaniquas, and it's just like, we already know where your mind is going when you think of black women.
Shaniqua.
Because I don't even know a LaQuisha. Not to say LaQuishas aren't cool. I don't know one. And I feel like they always use these stereotypical names to talk about this like caricature of what they think black women are. Right. And then they just write us off completely. Yeah. And that's not a preference. And I think that's actually a podcast episode that we have coming up, because a lot of people aren't clear on why they like what they like. They just they chalk it up to, oh, that's just what I like. No, baby. No, babes. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to be critical thinkers. We're going to think about why we like what we like. Because if you're honest, some of that is based in prejudice. Some of that is based in racism. Some of that is based in, you know what I'm saying?
The terms that you're using, it's not looking too good for you.
It's not looking too good for you. But I do like that, like, a lot of black podcasters, but just like black culturally relevant people came out and supported black women. Because what I hate to see is, you know, something go viral and they dogging black women and everybody jump on that bandwagon, because that's not cute, especially black men. Yeah. But, you know, Joe Biden, who I don't really care for, but yes, just me, he came out and supported black women. It was somebody else. I think Big Sean said something. I think it's important that when we talk about protecting black people and specifically black women, I like to see other black men step up and be like, that's not okay.
It's not.
It's not cute. We don't like that. Please take this away. Yeah. We don't want this at all.
Yeah, I just didn't think they should have said that at all. Like, yes, you got a preference. We all got preference. Like, I like tall men, but do I get the tall men all the time? No. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do lower your preference. You know what I mean? So don't say, oh, this is my preference, because everybody's preference change over time anyway. So you might not like chocolate now. You might like it later.
I would hope that people just aren't that narrow-minded, that closed-minded, that you would just write off a whole group of people. You know, like it doesn't make sense to me at all. So that's something I wanted to talk about. Also, the fact that there's like just, I feel like I've heard it said that not everybody needs a platform. And I do truly believe that, because not all thoughts that are thought need to be said. And I feel like there are a lot of men with microphones and ring lights coming out with think pieces.
Especially on that TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
The TikTok, them men on there it's disgusting, honestly.
Really? There's this one guy on TikTok called Defund Simping. I don't know if you've seen him. Some beige curly headed man. And every time I come across his content, it just makes me want to throw up, because he has such a small-minded view of women. Like, you could tell he doesn't respect women at all. He doesn't. Like, he's for manipulating and disrespecting women, for sure. Like, that's his brand. And I think men who build a brand on telling women how to date, on how to be women, it's just like, how would you know? Are you a woman? I'm confused.
Yeah,
how would you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. It's like, how can you go on the internet and just say all these accusations at this point? It's not cute and it's not called for. And then you're not gonna get a woman of your preference because we're watching you say all this stuff about women. Right. And if you do, let's just say you do have a girlfriend, it's just like she's allowing you to say this stuff about women. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if you have a girlfriend or not. But if you don't, it's just like, what type of man does that? Yeah. You're a loser.
You're goofy.
Yeah, you're a fucking
corny.
loser.
You're cornball.
No.
Oh, weirdo. No, really, I feel like that's one of my big issues, too, is that a lot of these men who proclaim themselves to be, like, dating gurus and coaches aren't even in successful relationships. Like, what experience are you coming from? How are you giving this information to us and you don't have anything to present in terms of, like, results? Child. You don't got a girlfriend. How are you helping me, sir? Like, no.
It's just like you giving advice, but you're not even in a relationship. Mm-mm.
It's giving fraud. It's giving scam.
It's giving scam.
Scam likely.
Scam. Do not answer. Please. No.
And other news of like pop culture things. I don't know if you saw, but Moneybagg Yo is apparently sober. Yes, and he was talking about how he was afraid because we were watching that documentary about Juice WRLD.
Yes, we was.
And he was talking about how he was afraid that it would affect his like creative process and his works, and he realized that it didn't. He feels just as rejuvenated, just as clear-minded, and is producing some of his best work right now, being sober. And I think that that's important to. I think it's important that he said that aloud and like put that out into the world because there are so many people who are doing these drugs thinking that it helps the creative process, and it's in some ways it does, but I feel like at what cost? At what people are losing their life behind these drugs.
Yeah, this is true, and the whole Juice WRLD thing is very sad. Yeah, but back to the Moneybagg situation, I'm very proud, you know, because I feel like a lot of Black rappers are so there's basically everything they're singing about is about drugs, shooting somebody. You know what I'm saying? So now you're promoting this to kids. You know what I'm saying? These kids want to be like you. Mm-hmm. So now they're doing drugs, they're doing the lean, and they trying to shoot somebody.
Popping the pills, yeah.
And they young. They barely 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm glad Moneybagg did say what he said so people could see, like, you don't need these drugs to make you creative. You don't need this drug to be somebody. Right. Nothing. Do what you got to do. Stay focused, motivated, and you're going to get where you need to be.
Absolutely. Because I feel like he's older, right? What is he, like in his 30s?
I think he's 29, about to turn 30.
Right. So I feel like just him publicly stating that is really going to change the people that come behind him. Mm-hmm. Hopefully encourages the rappers and the artists that come behind him to stop, because what was Juice WRLD, 21?
Yeah, he just turned 21.
Just turned 21. And I was telling you when we was watching that documentary that every single person, like G Herbo, I can't think of the other names, but that's the one that pops out in my head, the artist G Herbo. But they were talking about, like, they do all these drugs, and each person, it was like 3 or 4 people that said they don't know why they do them. So it's like, you're not even doing it for a reason. And this is like, I feel like they just need somebody to give them example or show them that there's a better way. Like, you ain't got to do this shit. And that's what I feel like Moneybagg Yo did. So major shout outs to him, because Black men already ain't living long. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
They already ain't living.
Died at 94.
Bless his heart.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. But most of our Black men don't see 94. I mean, I wouldn't want to see 94, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't make it that long. So I think it's important that Stop the Drugs becomes a campaign.
Thank you.
For sure. Tristan, every trimester, Thompson.
Ciao.
Tristan, every trimester, Thompson.
You know, I just feel so bad for Chloe.
I do.
A lot of people saying they don't feel bad for her, and it's just like, I don't understand why y'all don't feel bad. At the end of the day, she's a woman. We've been there. Maybe not all of us, but the majority of the women been in her shoes.
Right.
I can't relate, but
I don't know.
I don't have a kid. You know, for her, she has a daughter by this man, and I feel like most women want to have that family unit, so they put up with stuff that they normally wouldn't put up with because there's a child involved. So I feel like for her, it's just like, I feel like she's probably tired of the bullshit. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, oh, I have a family, I have a daughter. I don't want to be a single mom.
Yeah.
Even though she has all that money is not
money is not
time.
everything. Yeah. As a woman, I empathize with her for sure, because I don't want to see any woman in that position where they're consistently being dogged out, consistently being disrespected and disregarded in the public eye. Nobody wants to see that. But I do understand those who don't empathize with her. And I say that because she went on a public smear campaign against Jordan when all this came out.
But that's old now.
It's right,
and
but
she
already
apologized.
Barely. I mean, once she had no other choice, unempathetic for other women. So it's like, you want people to sympathize with you, but when you had the chance to do that, you did not. You did not. So, really, I don't even want to talk about Chloe. I want to talk about Tristan, because I feel like we can spend, hours talking about how, she's this, she's that, and she put up with this and she didn't put up with that. But at the end of the day, Tristan is just a trifling man.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
Trifling man out here just impregnating everyone and not taking accountability and responsibility for the fact that you're supposed to be committed.
Yes, but I feel like he took a responsibility of this situation.
That was a PR release for sure. He did not write that. If you think he wrote that, then you are mistaken, because there's no way he wrote that. That was not from his heart, because there's no way you dog a woman out 3, 4, 5 times and be sorry. You're not sorry, because after the first time, it's no longer a mistake.
Right.
You're doing what you're doing because for whatever reason you feel like she gonna stay with you, she gonna rock with you through it, or you just don't care what the consequences are. That whole "I'm so sorry, you deserve to be respected." Yeah, she does. Then why don't you respect her?
Yeah, this is true, and I agree with what you're saying.
Where's the disconnect?
He just ain't shit. So it's just like,
he's not. He's not.
And it's just like, too, it's like you're raw dogging these girls that now they're pregnant, and it's like, damn, no respect for Chloe. Like, if you're gonna cheat, at least use a condom. So you ain't got no trace, and now you ain't got no babies popping up.
Step 1, don't cheat, right? But step 2, should you decide to cheat, wrap it up. I feel like that's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart. That's because, I mean, for me, do I condone adultery, infidelity? No, I don't. But I feel like if I was ever in a position where I was being cheated on, I don't want to know. Take it to your grave. I want you to be so slick and sly that I die thinking you loved me and loved me only. I don't I don't want no other women, no other babies, nobody coming to me as a woman.
Right.
Like, and the fact that she's in the public eye just makes it so much worse.
Yeah, because now it's all these opinions that you gotta listen to.
It's think pieces and Instagram posts. And it's just like, yes, she signed up for celebrity, but it's just unfortunate that she is being dogged out the way she is, just for the whole world to see. And the internet don't die.
And it's gonna be there.
And I feel bad because baby Lil True, she gonna have to read this at some point.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, you're not even thinking about your other kids.
It said something about like how he sent True flowers the day before he did the apology. Boy, if you don't kick rocks with sandals on, True don't know what's going on. And if she did, she would tell you, "Daddy, you ain't shit."
Yeah, it's just sad when kids are involved and you're doing stuff in the public eye, and it's just like, Tristan, do better. Please, just go get a vasectomy somewhere. You don't need no more kids. Between him and Future, y'all stop reproducing. Stop it. Just got 3.
Who?
Tristan.
And you think he ain't gonna have more the way he just out here raw dogging everybody under the sun?
Yeah.
It'll be 4 or 5 by next year for sure. That's how Future got 9. You just keep doing what you're doing. But yeah. That's what I want to leave in 2022. In 2021, Tristan Thompson and him cheating on every trimester. I'm tired of it. Tired. All right. Well, to close out the show, I wanted to get your opinion on, well, not opinion, but like what you would say about what this year is for you. Like if you had to use one word, this is my blank year, what would it be?
If I had to use one word, dang, I can't use two.
You can.
Best life.
Okay.
This year's gonna be one of my best years. I feel it in my spirit.
I feel like this is my comeback year.
Okay.
For sure. Because there's so much that lives and exists within my head that I need to get out. I need to get out. And for whatever reason, I'm always like, like I'm type of person, if I can't do exactly how I see it in my head, I don't want to do it at all.
I feel you.
And what happens is because of that, I end up doing nothing at all. And it's just like, I tell people all the time when I first started my business, I'm like, put it out there and then make it pretty.
Yeah.
And I need to give that advice to myself, because what happens is as I put it out there, I get more inspired, I get more creative, and it makes me want to, do more and enhance what I've already put out. So for me, it's just going to be the comeback year, coming back into myself, coming back into my creative ways. You know what I'm saying? Just wait on it. It's going to be a good year.
It's giving real boss.
It's giving real boss for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.